You could also go backward with a chart like this. Now you can just make the words, or you could use a decodable text that has suffixes and use those words. So let's say you're making up words, you might say hops. What's the word? Hops. Let's use it in a sentence. The bunny hops in the field. Okay, so hops. And I'm gonna, as the teacher, I'm gonna write the word hops. And then I'm gonna ask my students, what's the base word in the word hops? And hopefully they'll say hop. And you'll remind them, because the language can be confusing, you'll remind them, hops. Hop is where most of my meaning is, so it's my main word. So I'm gonna write hop is my base, and then what is the suffix? Well, the suffix is s. And then you'll go back and you might even say, so is this, if you've introduced the terms nouns and verbs, which is great because it really plays into suffix s, so it's a good time to use those terms. You might say, is it a noun, like a thing that you can picture more than one? Or is it a verb, an action? So it's action, they understand that word, it's an action. So the bunny hops, it's an action, so it's a verb. So you can even be reviewing those concepts too. Okay, now let's do dogs. Okay, I'm gonna write the word dogs. I'm gonna ask the student to use it in a sentence. And then I'm gonna say, what's the base word in dogs? And if you need to, you can use your dogs. What's our base? Where's most of our meaning? Dog. Okay, dog. And then what is our suffix? The suffix is s. All right, so now with this word, is this a thing where there's more than one and that's why we use the suffix? Or was it an action? Well, it's a thing. We were showing more than one with this suffix s. So that's a way to not only review nouns and verbs, but it's a way to review the fact that there's two jobs of this suffix s, and to really sift through and have them consciously understand the jobs of suffix s, but also to review that language and to peel apart the base and the suffix. And it really helps to have them be able to do that with spelling, because then you're not getting, kids who are writing and they're like ignoring the last letter of the base word because they're just trying to sound out dogs, or actually cats is a better example as a whole because they don't hear that T. So this activity, again, you can use it with decodable text, you can just make up the words, but it's just a great way to kind of review those concepts and to make sure that they're solidified. Now, what's great about this chart, as you can see, it's well loved. As you introduce new suffixes, it's great because you can, there's not just suffix s, there's gonna be suffix ed, ing, and as you add more, er, est. So you can be using this chart a lot, and then you're going back to the different jobs of the different suffixes. So, I use this, I started out in late kindergarten, but then they're still using this in second grade. And you could even in third grade, because there's a lot more suffixes then. And you might even then add prefix if it's third grade and second grade. So yeah, this is a great activity. One more thing I just thought of, when you're doing it to another question you can ask is, what is the sound of the suffix s in this word, since there's two different sounds?